Hi everyone, Derek Hooper here. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about controlling distance with your chipping. So in an earlier video I talked a little bit about being able to make solid contact every time. If you haven't seen that video yet, it would be a good idea to duck back and have a look at that before you move on to distance control, because I find the players that I work with that struggle with distance control, first of all struggle with being able to make consistent contact with the golf ball. So once you can make consistent contact, then you can move into the exercises that I'm going to show you today. And my goal today is I want to show you how you can have a variety of shots around the green with only one swing technique, rather than having to change your technique a lot to hit a lot of different chip shots. So remembering that a chip shot is going to be a shot we're going to play close to the green, want a small amount of air time and lots of roll time. But today I want to be able to show you how you can get six different shots out of one swing technique around the green. So let's go have a look. So I've moved over here to our chipping area, and you'll see on the got that tee set up about 6 to 8 feet on the green, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that as a target. So when I'm chipping with players, what I'm encouraging them to do is to land the ball on the green as soon as possible and let the ball roll to the hole. So when we're trying to decide what to do around here, I'm going to encourage you to use a whole bunch of different clubs, because you've got clubs in your bag with different lofts, and if they've got different lofts, they're going to give you different amounts of carry to different amounts of roll. So when we come out and we're looking at a chip shot like this, it's very much like a problem-solving exercise. So we know where we're going to start, we know where we want the ball to finish, which is going to be in the hole or very close to the flag. We also know where we want the ball to land, which is usually 6 to 8 feet onto the green. So if we know those three things, now we know how much carry I want versus how much roll I want, and the key is to figure out what club do I have in my bag which will give me that ratio. So this is a little drill that I like to do with players so they can help themselves figure out what the ratios are for each of their clubs. So we just set up close to the green like this. I put the towel down on the ground about 6 to 8 feet on, and we're just going to set up with a couple of balls, and the idea is to hit some chip shots and land them as close to, if not on, the towel, and then we're just going to look at how far they roll out. So I'm going to start off with a 9-iron. I'm just going to take my setup, land the ball as close as I can to the towel. I want to hold my finish to make sure I've got my angles, and I just want to see how far the ball rolls out. So what I'm seeing here on this green is that for me with my 9-iron, my carry to roll relationship is about 1 to 3. So now when I get out in the golf course, if I've got a shot that requires that carry to roll relationship, I'm going to go to my 9-iron every time. Now what I want to do though is I want to figure out what other clubs in my bag will do. So I've also brought over my gap wedge, and I'm going to set up exactly the same, and I'm still going to try and land the ball on the towel. I'll hit one more for us. And you can see the second ball rolled out a little further than the first because the second ball was a little long in relation to the towel. But you can definitely see the difference between what my gap wedge gave me versus what my 9-iron gave me. So when I'm standing here looking at these shots, my gap wedge is giving me around about 1 to 2. So now when I go in the golf course, I know my 9-iron is going to give me 1 to 3, my gap wedge is going to give me 1 to 2, and if I work through the rest of my clubs from 8-iron through to lob wedge, I'm going to have ratios for all of those clubs. So now when I go out in the golf course, I can treat this as a problem-solving exercise. I figure out how much carry I need versus how much roll. I go back to the bag, I plug the club into that equation, land it at 6 to 8 feet on the green, and I knock it close all day long. So if you can get out and work on this sort of drill and figure out what the ratios are for your clubs, then you're going to have a lot of success chipping the ball close to the hole as well. Good luck with that drill.